Coach Frye, final week of the regular season, indoor-wise, is here for you guys. But first, let's look back at the Tiger Paw Invitational. Marcus in the heptathlon was victorious. TT, best ever time in the 200 meters. You had 8 other podium finishes. It was another great week for you guys last week up at Clemson.
You know, it was a good week for us. It was a tough week. It was a great meet, you know, with some of the top teams in the country, in a tough environment at Clemson, in a beautiful facility, probably the fastest facility in the country. And our kids took advantage of the facility and had great performances. We could have had some better ones. I mean, I would love to see Marcus get a little higher score. You know, he's like 10th in the conference. We were hoping that he would get a little higher ranking there. Just he didn't have his stiff of competition there. I think our shot put guys did a good job. 3 guys, they're in the top 5. You know, Alabama's got a good throw group, and so that was a great day. And Rugi getting a good jump off there, and the same with Natasha. So Isaiah had a good run. So our kids that are good had great performances. I don't think we had a breakthrough of a new person entering into it. Yeah, I think Otis had a great run at 149, the personal best in the 800 meters. So there were some great things that happened out of that meet.
You're not sending a huge group to Clemson this week for the last regular season meet. I think it's 18, and that number might get a little smaller by the time you actually go. But for those 18, regardless of the event, what do you want them to accomplish in this last meet before SEC indoors?
You know, you got some people who haven't had some races. You know, David Winters, this will be his second run, which we need David to start getting going a little bit, and because outdoors is important. You know, he basically missed the indoor season. We got UC, you know, just to get another run in, to get him headed in that direction. And so a few of our athletes, and then a few athletes that got sick, some doing the indoor season. Probably the biggest one we got going is Josh. You know, he missed a throw. Some of his timing is off, and so he missed a week in New York and throwing. So I think Coach Sarge wants to get him going. So we're telling our kids, like Rudy is going to try to hit that big mark in the long jump where the consequences are not so high. It's not a scored meet. The kids won't think about that. Hopefully they'll be relaxed and get that NCAA mark that puts them secure a mark for them for the NC2A. And the same thing with Natasha. But those are the ones that we got going. Some of the ones we got on the list, I don't know. They're a little beat up. We're trying to get some people healthy. We have Haith is a little banged up, and the same with Precious, and the same goes with a quarter mile with Abrams. So with those, we're just trying to heal up this week. We thought about going to try to get some runs in to get them on the national list, but it'd be better having them at the conference meeting than it would be to continue to press the button here and get them banged up. So we got some things we're trying to do at the meeting, and then we got some things we're trying to do this week to get people ready to go next week.
Yeah, and talk about that a little bit, especially for those kids that won't be competing this week. And you've answered this a little bit. I know healing is a big part of it, but the group that will not be competing this week, that's resting up for SECs, what do you want out of them over these next 10 days or so before the postseason starts?
I mean, there's a lot of mental rest. I mean, these kids have been through a really tough regiment. We started the 11th of January at Clemson, which was a good kickoff meet, and the next week we flew to Vanderbilt. We get back on a Sunday night, and then on a Thursday night we fly to Arkansas, and we get back, and on a Thursday morning we fly to New York. So it's been pretty tough, you know, getting on the planes at 6 o'clock in the morning and to return to Columbia, and getting up to they're sleep weary, and so I think this will be a good weekend to stay in your bed, and a good week to kind of catch up. It's some exam weeks going on, the stress level. Our kids had the computers at Clemson getting as the track meet was going on, so they're a little behind in class, trying to catch up. So hopefully we can get these things caught up, and they can feel good by next week, start feeling good mentally, and And when you're mentally good, sometimes you heal quicker. And so that everybody's going to be ready to go to the SEC next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.